Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another game review. On this game, I was playing the new bot. I think it came out the day before yesterday, but the other three bots came out early. So this new one is its level is impossible. It's called Dr. Professor Whumpus. So let's check it out and see what happened. Of course, I lost. I didn't win. The level is impossible, so that's just kind of obvious. But I really tried. So let's check it out and see what happened. This game was playing as black and Dr. Whumpus was playing at Professor Whumpus was playing as white. Started with the pawn, the king's pawn to e4. Even I didn't know that bots also play this kind of move, but so it's a good move, I guess. Then I responded with pawn to e5. Then the bot played the center game, the queen's pawn to d4. Then I responded by capturing I accepted the center game by capturing the pawn on d4. Then captured back with the queen. Then attacked the queen with the rook to c6, with the knight, sorry, to c6, attacking the queen. Then I played queen to e3. Then I played bishop to b4 with a check. Covered that, of course, with a pawn that's easy closing. Then I went back to e7, kind of putting my bishop in front of the king or in the king's file. Then I played queen to g3, looking to attack the pawn on g7 in order to capture the knight. Then I played knight to f6. Then I played pawn to e5. Of course, I can't take the pawn, it's protected with the queen, so I had to move my knight. Then I moved knight to h5, attacking the queen and also protecting the pawn on g7. Then I moved queen to e3. Then I played pawn to d5. Then it ignored the en passant, taking my knight instead. Of course, I protected the knight with pawn to g6. Then it captured the knight, of course, which is an inaccuracy. I didn't know that an impossible bot can play an inaccuracy, but that's kind of like, anyway, let's continue. I didn't know that could actually happen. I thought the bot had to play all the best moves. So I captured back with the pawn to h5. Then I played knight to e2. Then I played bishop to f5. Then it castled the king side. Then I played queen to d7, looking to castle the queen side. Then I played pawn to b4. Then I played pawn to a6, preventing the pawn to attack my knight. So if the pawn attacks my knight, I can capture back with my pawn. That's the idea of moving pawn to a6. Then I played knight to d2. Then I castled the queen side. Then I played knight to f3. Then I attacked the knight with the bishop. Then took back knight to d2. Of course, I didn't want to lose my pawn in the process. If I leave my bishop, it's going to be captured by the knight and I can also lose the pawn. So I had to avoid that. Then I moved bishop to c2. Then I played the knight to b3. So I accepted the knight. I finally accepted the knight. My idea was to capture the knight in the first place, I guess. So hence I captured it when I got the opportunity, which is a mistake, but doesn't really affect me that much. I don't use the game at this moment. It's still the middle part. The game is still kind of equal, or white is winning, or white is bad, but not that much better. Just that at 0.58 bad. I mean, I'm talking about the scale there, or the evaluation pod, or scale. I don't know what you call it, but the evaluation scale or evaluation pod doesn't matter. So it captured back with the pawn to b3. Then I played pawn to d6, attacking the queen. Then captured with the pawn. Then I played king to b8. I should have probably captured the pawn here, but it's also in an accuracy. But if it captures back with the knight, I can capture back with the queen and capture. The knight is protected with the queen and the rook, so it doesn't really affect me that much. But of course, I ignored the pawn there. Then I moved the king, which is an accuracy and also a miss. Then I played pawn to b5, and I captured back with my pawn. The idea of bringing the pawn there was to prevent that. Of course, I said that before. So I captured back with the pawn. Then played rook to d1, protecting the pawn there because my next move was probably going to capture that pawn, so it protect that move first. Then I played rook to g8, looking for attacking that file, that open file there, and also threatening a future checkmate. A future checkmate. Then I played bishop to b2. Then I played bishop to c5. Of course, the bishop can't be accepted with the pawn because it leads to checkmate. After, if the both accept, it's checkmate in 2 moves. Then it has to capture with the, you get the idea. So like that's why that's mate. So that's why the bishop can't be accepted. Instead, it moved the queen to f3. Then I played bishop to b6. I don't want any mistakes, me forgetting my bishop that it's in danger or something. So that's why I moved it early. And if I didn't move it now, I may probably play some move and looking to capture my bishop in the next move. So I moved it early to avoid. Then it moved pawn to d5, attacking my knight. Of course, I have to move. Then I move knight to b4. Maybe probably the best move was to move here. Shouldn't have moved that forward. This move here also attacked the pawn, but it's not really that much of a bad move, moving knight to b4. So it didn't really affect me that much. So it played knight to f4. Then I played queen to g4. Threatening, doesn't threaten a checkmate though, but I'm looking for a queen exchange. Of course they accepted, then I took back with my knight. With my rook, sorry. Then I played pawn to g3. Then I played pawn to h4. Then moved king. Then I took the pawn there, and then took back with the other pawn. Then I played bishop to c5. Then I played pawn to e6. Then I played bishop to d6. Also a mistake. On this position, white is really winning. Not surprised because I'm playing a bot, and its level is impossible. So I'm not gonna be leading the attack. I'm not gonna be leading the game. It's winning, of course. Then took my pawn there. Then I took the knight with the bishop. Then I took back with the pawn. Then I took the pawn there. Then played bishop to e5. Then I took the pawn on f7. Then I played bishop to d6. And then if I capture the pawn in this position, it's just it will be a check in this position. So I'll have to kind of move my king. I can't cover it with the rook because it's a mistake. That's why I didn't take them. Explaining why I didn't take that pawn. Removing this is a blunder. So the best move was probably to capture and lose my rook, but that's why that pawn there was dangerous. But ignoring the pawn is also dangerous, but I chose to ignore the pawn anyway. Then I took the pawn on c7 with a check. It's a fork of a pawn, and I had to capture the pawn because if I ignore it, it's gonna crown a queen. And captured my rook on d8 with a check, and I captured back with my knight. That's the only move there. There was no other move to play, and instead it played pawn to f4 because I can't move my rook, of course. Then I moved my knight and finally captured. And on this stage, the game was over. There was nothing I could really do. Even if I tried playing it support, it's not gonna make a mistake. So that's how the game ended. Of course, I didn't win, but I wanted to test myself. But I did test myself. See that I could. When I play against bots, I play better than when I play against human beings or other people. So I wish I could apply this on when I'm playing with real people. So that's how the game played out. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, like, and comment. Bye bye.